I'm early, baby. How's it going? A whole 2 minutes. A whole 2 minutes. I'm assuming. Okay, good. Whew. All right. I saw my other stream preview thing, and it showed me from an hour ago, and I'm like, is it streaming me an hour ago? That scared me. That freaked me out a little bit. But we're good. We're good. What's up, everybody? How's it going? How are we doing? Oh, wrong button. What's good? Knockoff Tomcat, Andrew, Otter, Code. Who else we got? Who else has sounded off so far? It's the boys. It's the boys. What's up, y'all? Non-alcoholic beer. Solid. What's up, Malacrosis? What it do? I got a haircut. How do we feel? I feel like I look like every white male adventure game protagonist now, but with a mustache. That's currently how I'm feeling about the haircut. I don't know about y'all, but that is currently what I'm seeing on my face. Yeah. Especially horror game. Yeah, I like the way it looks. I'm happy with it. Definitely happy with that. Yeah. I think, so I used to have really long hair at some point in my life, but this person did a good job. I'm pretty happy. I got a cheap haircut. What's up, Hades Box? Hola. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, the bard has joined the party. Yeah. Also, look how weird this guitar is. Okay, story time. What's up, Memo? So this, who thinks this looks weird? Actually, let me get a consensus first. Who thinks, what do you think when you're looking at this? I need to know what you guys think you're looking at right now. What do you believe this is? Because it's not going to be what you think. It is 8 strings. It is 8 strings. I'll show you the top. There's the full guitar in view. What do you think you're looking at right now? Tasaru, we are absolutely going to be doing a music stream where I play some gent. That is happening. Just not soon. It is coming up though. So, I'm going to explain to y'all a little story here. I decided, like every male does, to go on Facebook Marketplace to look for things I would enjoy. I know. Brilliant. And I was in the market for a new guitar because I had just been commissioned for a metal project. And I was like, awesome. I'm going to make some metal music. I'm going to go get a guitar. So I see this 8 string and I'm like, Fender? And I see the, you know, the headstock and it says Fender. So I messaged this guy. He's like, yeah, it's called a Jazz Monster. And I'm like, a what? A Jazz who? And he's like, yeah, it's a Jazz Monster Fender. And I'm like, that doesn't exist. There's a 6-string series of Fenders called Jazz Masters. You know, that is a real guitar. I've played those before. They're very nice. That's not it. What kind of wood is it? I don't know. What gauge is it? I don't know. What's the scale length? I don't know. What pickups are in it? They're just jet black random pickups. I don't know. Where did you get this? Ukraine. Sure. Would you take a trade? He takes a trade. And I'm like, awesome. I don't have to buy this guitar. I can just trade for the one I don't want. Perfect. I get this in. This is made from a Russian man's or Ukrainian man's kitchen table. Some guy cut out his kitchen table, put a fake Fender tag on it, lacquered it, hand-built this. I need you to understand this. I don't know if you can't tell from the screen. You kind of can. These aren't flat. This is like hand-carved. It sounds incredible, but like it's literally just someone's kitchen table. Like you can tell this is like not guitar wood at all. And it plays amazing. The back is angled weird. It's the weirdest thing I'll probably ever own. Well, it's not the weirdest thing I own actually for guitars. I have one a little weirder than this one. But yeah, definitely a weird story. But I've been playing that one a lot lately. Yeah. Let me play you a tune on my table real quick. Exactly. A table tar. Now, I also, okay, more story time for you guys. Have y'all ever heard of Sylvester Stallone? How many of you know that name? There's 18 of you watching right now. How many of you know Sylvester Stallone? Yeah, the Ukrainian kitchen table core. All right. Okay. Most people do. All right. Solid. So. Yeah, Adrian. Okay. I worked at a company called Sonic Culture Music. Sonic Culture Music was owned by... What's up, Fuzzy? What's up? It was owned by this guy's dad that I had met while trying to get a job at a record label. And so I reached out and I was like, hey, do you have any projects that you guys need some extra work on? He's like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I do metal, I do electronic, I do like EDM house. I'm proficient at the time in jazz. I wasn't really a jazz player yet, but I was proficient. And so I send him my video game soundtrack, and then I send him like my like really intense, angry electronic music, and he's like, perfect. I got a horror movie. And I'm like, movie? Me on a movie? Hell yeah. And so I submit my music. I get sent in the script. It was, and I quote, Pet Sematary. Yeah, The Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I'm like, so I made a bunch of music for it. They only used like 22 seconds of it, but it's technically in the movie. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. So I start working with them, and I made some stuff for like a Nike commercial, a bunch of really, really bad MTV shows, like really bad. We're talking like exploitative, reality television. I'm not even gonna go into it. They're awful. I think like an eHarmony commercial, stuff like that. And I'm waiting on our next movie, and he's like, hey, we got some Disney movies. And I'm like, so I got to make music for a bunch of the live actions for what's called the 022 score. So zero scoring is where they take these 22 tracks that every big editing company uses, and they edit the film like to the these tracks. And they're like, hey, by the way, we really need you on a good guitar for this. What do you got? And I've got like this, the nicest guitar I owned was like used for like $300. It wasn't like anything fancy. And they're like, no. Let's call Frank. And I'm like, the Frank? Like Frank Stallone? And then we get on the phone with this guy named GJ. And he's like, hey, man, I just bought the Fender Factory. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, and so this guy purchased the original factory that made the original Fender guitars, called Sylvester Stallone. And then his brother picked up Frank. So I didn't know this. Sylvester Stallone has a famous brother named Frank that does music. So Frank calls us and is like, hey, I got this awesome prototype of our first generation of Sylvester and Frank Stallone guitars. And I'm like, lit. And they sent me one. And I got to play the soundtrack for some of the zero scoring for some Disney films on it. And so I own that. That's definitely the weirdest guitar I own, for sure. It's a one of one. It's my favorite guitar I play, for certain. Like if I was booked in a gig, I'd always play that one. It's actually definitely one of the best guitars I own. It's not the Stallion, no. It's called the oh geez. What was it called? The Tigress. It's called the Tigress. But story's not over. So I get the guitar and I ended up playing a lot of tracks on it, and then the pandemic hits and I'm like, oh wow, we're all gonna be working from home, and then we all get fired. And I'm like, ah. So at this point, I've been working in music full time, and then in part time, the eye of the tigress. So I'm working in music full time, and part time I'm working in social media and like doing what I do now, making videos, doing things for others. And so I'm like, I wonder if anyone needs music. And so that's when I hit up the professor, and I showed him. I was like, hey, you know what? Let's pull up my first email. Let's just see what I sent him. Tularian Community College. What did I send them? Nope. Oh, is that the wrong email? Oh, is it in my old work email? Ooh, I might not have access to that anymore. Shoot. Oh, man. Oh, I don't have access to my old work email. That's been deleted. I sent it from my old work email. Dang it. Shoot. I wanted to show you guys what I sent him. But anyway, long story short, I sent the professor, hey, your music sucks, you should hire me. And then I showed me with Frank Stallone, and he was like, damn, all right, cool. And that's how I got the job doing the Shuffle Up and Play soundtrack. Oh my god. But yeah. Oh, also, those of you who donated last stream, I want to let you know, 7 o'clock this Sunday, taking the wife out. Thank you for those donations. We have a nice dinner reservation. I'll be taking some photos and sending it on the Discord. Thank you guys for helping me afford a very fancy dinner for me and the wife. Oh. Kitty time. Gosh. Goodness gracious. All right. Will the cat cam work right now? Boop. There we go. Kitty cam. No, not the butthole. Good boy. We got the kitty cam. You want to come this way, buddy? You want to turn around? All right, you were very interested in my drink today. Kitty cam. I'm really excited for today's decks. Knockoff Tomcat, you ordered a do you see that big lick he did? He went You ordered probably one of my favorite deck orders in a while. I'm really hyped about this. Memo, yeah, that's definitely something you can listen to without being worried of it being repetitive. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. Let's keep this PG kitty. Isn't he adorable? He's so sweet. Yeah, knockoff Tomcat. Not only did I cook, I made you it's actually a deck that I used to be known for in the competitive scene. It's no longer CDH, like, at all. Like, we're talking pre-Thassa's Oracle, dude. Like, pre-Breach, pre-Thassa's Oracle. Like, during the Flash meta. Do you guys know what the Flash meta is? I don't know how many of you play CDH. Do you guys know what the Flash meta was? How many of you know what the Flash meta was? Yeah, Flash Hulk. Yes. Yep, exactly. So, yeah. So what it is, it's a 2-mana instant spell. It's a colorless and a blue. It says, Flash. You may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. If you do not pay for the mana cost difference, so like if it's a 5-mana creature and you use 2 mana to cast Flash, you need to pay 3 more mana. It effectively gave any creature Flash. But it says if you don't pay, you sacrifice it. So you flash in Protean Hulk, or Protein Hulk, depending on how you like to say it. And when you do, Protean Hulk dies, and it instantly tutors up a combo that wins the game, because that's its death trigger. So what people do is they would, on turn 1, they would do land, Chrome Mox, and they'd have Flash and Protean Hulk in hand, and they just wait for someone else to try to do something. And then when everyone's pants are down, they would Flash Hulk in and win. So they banned Flash due to that issue, because enough casual players knew about the combo, and it was just so easy to pull off. The community was pretty annoyed by it. So when people say that, like, the Commander community didn't care about CDH, yeah, they did. They literally banned a card just for us twice, or 3 different times. They've done that 3 times, actually. Flash, Hull Breacher, and one other that's escaping my mind. Outside of, obviously, the Dockside ban, which was definitely CDH as well. So 4, really. Jewel Lotus and Mana Crypt were probably just everyone's issue, not just CDH, but Dockside is 100%. That was just a CDH issue. No one cared about Dockside and low power. But anyway, the deck I built you was a deck that me and another person named Thunderfarts, who no longer plays, were famous for back in the day. But I made you a really awesome bracket 4 version of the list. I think bracket 4. Let me double check what was it that you ordered? You ordered an bracket 3. So yeah, I made a bracket 3, right? Yes, it is bracket 3. In fact, there's actually room for game changers. I think I only left 2 game changers in. Yeah, there's room for 1 extra game changer if you want in this list. Oh no, it's in there. Never mind. Yeah, okay, I forgot. I let one of the game changers be in the land slot. I was like, that's dumb of me. When have I ever forgotten to add a game changer? That'd be crazy if I forgot. That'd be nuts. I make decks all day. Forgetting a game changer would be crazy. But yeah. Is everyone ready to get started on decks? Who's ready for some decks? Are we ready, y'all? Actually, I have not alerted the people on the other side of the internet. Let's get some amens in the chat, y'all. Let's get some amens. Let me pull up the actual live stream real quick. That way I can link it to the other parts of the interwebs. bum, 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 bum. There we go. Okay, everyone else is linked now. Let's do it. All right, who do we got? We got Malacrosis, We Are Venom, Andrew VC, Zombie, Knockoff Tomcat, Memo, Otter Pirate, Malacrosis, Tensiomatic. Who else we got in chat? Did I miss anybody? Andrew, I know you're here. Fuzzy, Code, Terisu. Am I missing anyone off the top of my head? I think that's everybody. Wacky Pizza Man, what's up? Amen. Amen. All right, peoples. It's time. It's time. Knockoff Tomcat, you are starting off today. And then ever order from Mana Box. Ooh, I've heard of Mana Box. I don't know anything about them. Willie Anderson, what's up? I've never used Mana Box. I've heard about it. Let's do a little Googling. Let's look at this Mana Box. What is this? Card prices. Do they order from other? I think they order from other websites. I don't think they're their own ordering website. But anyway, okay, let's do this. Knockoff Tomcat, your commander was one you let me choose. You let me decide what commander you wanted. So let's look at what you asked for me. I don't really have a specific theme in mind or feeling in mind. I trust you to take whatever crazy idea you have in mind and to make a fun deck out of it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I don't care about the color all that much, which is why I picked all color combinations. But I do know I don't want it to be Rakdos. So I completely. What's up, John H? What's up, dude? I avoided red and black completely for this deck, just to let you know. I already have 2 Rakdos decks. I don't mind Chaos decks at the table, but not something I personally like to pilot. So I did the opposite of Chaos and the opposite of Reanimator and the opposite colors. I have a Hashton deck, and it's a Pseudo Reanimator deck. It's my favorite deck, so I'm looking for something else. Do not worry, my friend. I have made you a Bracket 3 deck all about what I like to call doom scrolling. Welcome, my friends, to, drumroll please, Azami doom scrolling. There we go. Azami doom scrolling. So, Azami Lady of Scrolls. It says, tap an untapped wizard you control, draw a card. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. This old Kamigawa 5 mana triple blue pip commander? I need you to understand, Wizards of the Coast would call this card today a design mistake. Anyone want to let that set in? This is by design, a design mistake. The reason being is at the time they realized they wanted to make the other wizards gain the ability to say tap and draw a card. No, it says tap an untapped wizard, draw a card. It doesn't even say tap another untapped wizard. So summoning sickness doesn't matter. We don't care. We're going to instantly draw cards. So Azami Lady of Scrolls has 3 combos in it. It technically has a 4th one in here, but it's not a combo. It's just a win con, so I say 3. So, you like to do something that I like to call, us here on, on the stream, we have talked about this. We call this the Geneva suggestion. So we don't really follow certain rules when asked to. So this is a Geneva suggestion deck. There's some pretty evil things about it. I'm going to start out with combo number 1. Karn, the Great Creator. It says, activated abilities of opponents' artifacts cannot be activated. Then there's another card called Mycosynth Lattice. All permanents are artifacts. You want to read that one again in combo with it? Activated abilities of artifacts your opponents control can't be activated. All permanents, not non-land. All permanents. Yeah. So that's in the deck. Because you said upper bracket 3 to 4. So that's in the deck. Second combo in the deck. And then we're going to get into like the fun, more minute things about this deck. Mind over matter. It says choose and discard a card. Tap or untap a target creature or artifact land you control. So, Azami. Tap to draw a card. Then, mind over matter. Discard the card you drew. Untap Azami. And now you have infinite wizard tap and untaps. So you can infinitely go through your deck. And then you go until you hit Triskaidekaphile. What you do is you play Mind Over Matter, pass the turn, and then during your upkeep, you will trigger Triskaidekaphile, and you're going to be able to go through your deck until you're able to filter down to exactly 13 cards for the win. What are we thinking? Hey, Tyler, what's up, Kemper? Okay. We're not done. I also see a card I forgot to add that's still in the suggested section. Let me put that in the main board. Okay. Pretty fun. That was combo number 2. Okay. Combo number 3. This one's very well known. I doubt you won't know this one. Isochron Scepter. Right? Here we come. Yes, Tyler Kemper, you could. But you know what makes people very upset in bracket 3? Labman and Thassa's Oracle. So we avoid that. Triskaidekaphile takes skill. And then we have our Isochron Scepter into... where is it? Dramatic Reversal. This will allow us to infinitely tap and untap our commander, allowing us to draw the whole deck. So those are the combos that can win the game. But I need you to understand, you can remove these combos we just talked about completely from this list, and it's still almost just as strong. So we're going to go into it. So our first one is that obviously this is a Wizards Kindred deck. So let's go over the wizards we have in it. We have Academy Journey Mage. This will make all of our wizards one less to cast, and when it enters the battlefield, we return target creature an opponent controls to their hand. So it's removal and it's acceleration. Very good card. If you have the choice between this and Azami being played, definitely choose Academy Journey Mage first. Next, Aether Adept. It's a wizard that returns target creature to its owner's hand. Again, it's removal, and it's a wizard that you can tap through Azami. Aether Channeler. When it comes in, you can either make a 1/1 flying blocker, you can return a non-land permanent, or draw a card. Most of the time, I choose to draw a card unless there's something serious on the board. Apprentice Wizard. You can tap this to make 3 generic, which is very good in this deck. We don't have many mana dorks, obviously. And also, if you don't need the mana, you can just tap to draw a card. Arcanus the Omnipotent. Sorry, we need to filter by mana value, so that way we get to the spicy cards last. My bad. Let's restart that. My bad. Visual spoiler, type mana value. There we go. Okay, cool. So we've got Curse Catcher. So sacrifice Curse Catcher, counter target instant or sorcery unless someone pays 1. I really like this because we can tap the wizard Merfolk here to draw a card, or we can counter with it. Hey, what's up, Major? This is diabolical. Absolutely. How you doing? Merfolk Windrobber. I love this card in this deck, and you guys sit with me on this. It says whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player mills a card. You can sacrifice this to draw a card. So having a 1/1 in this deck is rare. We don't normally have these. I don't know why this enrages people so much and draws removal out of people's hands. I don't know why. and then you just sacrifice it to draw a card normally. It's a fun card in this deck. It's not needed, and we're at 101 cards, so I'm going to go ahead and put this to the sideboard, but it was one I wanted to mention. Mistcaller. Sacrifice Mistcaller at the end of your turn. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead, baby. So the idea is that we can stop people from doing a bunch of BS, and we can use this to draw through our commander, and you don't need to tap it. It just says sacrifice, so you can instantly do it. CDC's Faithful. You can exploit when it comes in, and if you do, you can make it bounce a target creature. It's a wizard. It's 1 mana. We need lower curves, and that's hard to find in this deck. Siren Storm Tamer, again, one of those. Again, I don't know what it is with 1 mana wizards and sacrificing themselves, but we have a theme. So again, it's a nice flying blocker that also we can draw through, and we can sacrifice to counter a spell and protect our commander. Elena. Brawl. We do have a fair amount of counter spells in this list, but the big thing about this that I like, and I don't care about the counter spell portion of this, is that it makes our instant and sorceries cost 1 less to cast. We love that. We love that. Now, Wizards of the Coast also considers me a design mistake. Yep, level 1 Wizards. They got a silly little HP, and they do one thing and die. Absolutely, We Are Venom. Also, We Are Venom, you are the last commander up today. I'm excited for your deck. Next, Fairy Mastermind. The reason this is in the deck is because often when we want to win with Triskaidekaphile, we can pay to draw cards with this, and because you're at a big enough power level, I think this will draw you more cards than just having another generic wizard in the deck. And it has flash, meaning you can hold this up like an instant or sorcery, you know, so you can hold up mana to like take care of a zombie, but then like last minute end step throw this in. Not a serious suggestion, but I imagine a lifeline with all the sacrifice wizards. That's funny, Memo. Malevolent Hermit. So it's a wizard. It can tap. You can draw cards, and then you can sacrifice it in order to counter a spell and play from your graveyard to make all non-creature spells uncounterable. Yeah, it is very good. Snapcaster Mage. How much fun is it to be able to run Snapcaster and it be a draw engine? That's very fun. Spellstutter Sprite. It's a counter on a creature, and it's a wizard, and it has flash. Stony Book Banneret. Our wizards now cost 1 less to cast. That is massive. Triskaidekaphile we covered. So Vidalcan Aether Mage. It can either be a nice 2 mana creature that draws us a card by tapping, and it has flash. Also, if you are somehow against a Sliver player, you are going to laugh your butt off. It says when this comes into play, return target Sliver to its owner's hand. This has happened to me a total of 2 times, which isn't a lot, but it's really weird that it happened twice. But the best part of this card is the wizard cycling. You can pay 3 generic, discard this, and then go get any wizard from your deck. Yeah, wizard tutors. After that, we've already talked about these. We have Spell Seekers. So, Spell Seeker. When it enters the battlefield, you can search for an instant or sorcery mana value 2 or less. Trust me, there's a lot we're going to be talking about that one later. How about one from the coast? Then we have Tashana's Tidebinder. A lot of people already know this card. It's very popular right now. It allows you to, if anyone, so ready, one of your friends, knock off Tomcat, one of your friends is going to play Craterhoof Behemoth, flash this in, and it'll counter its ability. Oh yeah, I love this card. And then just to spite them on it, tap it and draw a card through your commander. Yep, Otter Pirate. Indeed, there's only 2 cards that have that. Next, we have Trinket Mage. It allows us to go get basically Soul Ring. That's what I use this for. You go get Soul Ring with this. Valley Floodcaller. This is combo number 4 in the deck. There's 5 combos, by the way. I lied. Valley Floodcaller. You may cast on creature spells though they have flash, and it's a wizard. Very good. We love that. but it combos with a little card that we all know here in this community, Retraction Helix. It allows us to tap him to put something back in our hand, i.e. we're going to cast any spell that we can cast either for free or pays for itself, i.e. Soul Ring, i.e. Lotus Petal, Chrome Box, doesn't matter. And we get infinite untaps with Valley Flood Collar. Very fun. And so there's a lot of cards that'll combo with that. But it itself just makes the Otter infinitely big. Ooh, Otter Pirate 20-toed Toad. That's a very good suggestion. Let's pull it up. I actually do like this suggestion a lot. Our first Hear Me Out of the day. 20-toed Toad. It says you have your maximum hand size is 20. Whenever you attack with one or more creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on target Toad and draw a card. And then whenever 20-toed Toad attacks, you win the game if there are 20 or more counters on it. Yeah, I do like this, and it's a very fun alternate win con, and it's a wizard. I think this is absolutely something worth being in the deck. Totally agree. Oh, that's awesome, Hinoko. Yeah, I'm glad. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, our anniversary dinner is going to be very fun. Yeah, everyone loves the Toad. Everybody loves the Toad. I think this fits in the deck really well. And I would probably take out Dispel for it. I don't think we need Dispel. So I think that's a very good inclusion. It's a fun wizard. Next up is Archmage Emeritus. Anytime you cast an instant sorcery, oops, let's put this back to the right one. Every time you cast an instant sorcery, draw a card. Pretty solid. Yeah. A Triska win con. Yep. There's one of the win cons. And then we've got Phyrexian Metamorph. So it's a shapeshifter. And normally we're going to copy one of our wizards that we already like. Or we're going to obviously find something someone else likes. And at worst, we copy one of our artifacts that we need. Next is Sower of Temptation. And let's get the good art in here. God, I love this card. It's a wizard. It's got flying. And guess what? When you steal someone's creature, you keep it and the Sower. It's not like Gilded Drake where you have to give it away and then give them a 3/3 Drake. Sower of Temptation, absolutely banger in this list. It's 4 mana, draw a card, steal a creature. So good. We talked about that. Archmage of Runes, again, it's an instant or sorcery, costs 1 less to cast. And it's an Archmage Emeritus where you draw a card whenever you cast an instant or sorcery. Big nasty. How we feeling so far, chat? How we feeling so far? On the Wizards selection here. I feel like this is a pretty fun Wizards Kindred list already. Yep. Sick. It's about to get spicier. So, Arcanus the Omnipotent. 3 colors, blue, blue, blue. Tap it to draw 3 cards, or you can return it to your hand to save it for 4 mana. Very good. This might be uncalled for depending on artifacts already, but does Herald's Horn work here? Absolutely. Herald's Horn is always good in a Kindred deck. It's always something good to put in. But I think this list is one of the very few Kindred deck that does not need it. I think 99% of the time we'd rather play another wizard rather than the Herald's Horn. But obviously Herald's Horn makes these creatures cost 1 less to cast. So it's worth looking into. So we'll put it in for testing today. Hullbreaker Horror. Hullbreaker Horror is our big slam it on the table, start controlling the board card. It also goes infinite with 2 mana positive artifacts. Very good. So Psychosis Crawler gives us what I like to feel. A little bit too much heat. Psychosis Crawler now makes us look like a Nekuzar deck. That's just worse than Nekuzar. So I don't like it because it's not a game plan that we can really win with unless we combo, and it ends up needing us to get it. But what you can do is if your friends don't like Triskaidekaphile and you need another win con, Psychosis Crawler 100% does that. Yeah, so it can be an alternate to Triskaidekaphile. Next, our only sorcery in the entire list is Step Through. It says return 2 target creatures to their owner's hands for the 5 mana cost, or Wizard Cycling, which allows you to, for 2 generic mana, you can discard it, and then you can go get a wizard from your deck to your hand. Super good. So the instants are pretty normal. Counterspell, counterspell, destroy spell, bounce spell, counterspell, counterspell, literally counterspell, counterspell but delayed, combo piece, counterspell and ramp, counterspell and a tuner, counterspell and a stifling effect, alternate win con, counterspell, 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 misdirection. What's up, Lucky TE? Hey, DefCat, how much to make fun of a person's favorite deck list? That is $30, or if you do get a custom deck, you get a free deck roast as well. So if you head on over to my Patreon, you can get it, the $30 month tier. Every single month, you get one of your decks roasted, and I give you suggestions on what I'd change and fix about it. But if you want to get a fully custom deck done by me, just like this one, you also get a free roast. Mikhail, what's up? Coming late and would like to throw my weight behind Void Mage Prodigy. If you want to do any suggestions during the stream, join the channel below, become a part of the Kittens Court, and then you get to be put into our little Hear Me Out section. So if you want, just join the channel in the join button below. Yo, dog, I heard you want to play cards. Yeah, exactly, Wacky Pizza Man. Yes, Mads, if you want the deck list to this, the owner of this deck, the person this was custom made for, can opt into sharing this publicly, which most have so far. So just join the Discord to get it. Yeah, you get a free roast with the deck custom as well. Yes, the roast will be of a different deck. So you can get a custom deck made and a roast of a different deck. Go ahead and share the deck list. Awesome. I'll put it in the Discord, in the deck lists, y'all. It has been shared. So, artifacts. It feels really weird to use a game changer on Chrome Mox, but this deck is so pip intensive. You need so many blue pips. Chrome Mox, super, super, super good. Yeah. Lotus Bloom, love this. This allows you to play your commander on turn 3 if you get it in your opening hand. It's one of my favorite cards. Lotus, yeah, right, Lucky. Dude, roasting's very fun. So yeah, if anyone wants to get your custom deck or just get a roast on the Patreon, we roast every other Monday. We dedicate an entire day to it. After that, we have Sensei's Divining Top, which I love in this deck. Very fun. Soul Ring, Voltaic Key, because we like to untap a lot of our artifacts. Arcane Signet, Felwar Stone, Icecrown Scepter, and then Scroll Rack, which I feel like this is just very thematic with the deck. So it's a Zombie Lady of Scrolls. I couldn't not, you know? Oh, Mads, if you want to be on the Discord, it's only through Patreon. I don't like having a free open Discord due to bots and trolls, and so it's just $2 to get in. It's on the Patreon. But yeah, I love Scroll Rack, as well as you see so many cards in this deck. Like, you draw so many. Scroll Rack allows you to, like, basically wheel your own hand for 1 mana. And pick what cards as well. Urza's Incubator to keep the costs down, as well as Herald's Horn, like we talked about. Thought Vessel, because we definitely don't want a maximum hand size. And then our last combo piece, Mycosynth Lattice. Yep. And then Counterbalance, because Counterbalance. This is a counter-heavy deck. Counterbalance plus Senseis is a nasty combo. But I've talked a lot already, y'all. Let's get into playing this. Let's show you what it plays like. What do we got here? So we have one land. We do have a Chrome Mox for ramp, and we have 2 Signets and a Scroll Rack, a Counterspell, and a Wizard. I'm thinking this is pretty good. This is pretty cool. I think we should try this hand. Let's go for it. Island, Chrome Mox, Tail's End, Arcane Signet, Oh, Scroll Axe 2 mana. Right. It's 1 mana to activate. Okay. Next turn. Felwar Stone. Into Aether Channeler. Into draw a card. Turn 3. Island. Azami. Tap. Draw 2. Turn 4. Oh, dear God. Oh, wow. Okay. And then, oh, dear God. Tap, draw 4. This is turn 4. This is turn 4. Draw 4. Ready? Ready? 1 mana. Scroll Rack. We're going to put away anything we don't want in our hand. Draw 4. Put those back on top. Lotus Petal. I was hoping we get a cost reducer. That wasn't this one. That would cost reduce our wizards. We didn't find one, though. This is still really good. Holy crap. Yeah, this is nasty, dude. This is nasty. This is meant to be bracket 4. Or, sorry, bracket 3. This is bracket 3. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. First 7. Don't like it. Second 7. Yeah, this is pretty good. We can keep this. I like the Archmage. It's a lot of lands, but I don't mind that, you know? Okay. Land, pass. Land, Arcane Signet. Oh, Indo-Sidisi's Faithful. Land, Lotus Petal. Commander, draw 2. So this is turn, let's look here. Turn, oh, step through is huge here. Draw 2. Oh yeah, we'll say we don't play that land for turn. We'll draw 2 first. Oh wow. Wow. 5 Academy, draw, and now barrel only costs 1. Draw. Dude. Wow. Wow, what's up, 8-Bit Outcast? Welcome to stream, dude. Here's the thing. It's taking a lot of game actions, but what is it doing? Right? What is this deck doing? It's not threatening anybody. It's just doing a lot. You have a lot of agency right now. That's what's fun about this deck. You get to take a ton of game actions. You get to see a ton of cards. You get to make a ton of choices. But no one's looking at you going, oh God, they're going to kill me next turn, right? In fact, you're everyone's best friend. You're going to make sure other people don't win the game. And so, yeah, we've returned 2 things to people's hands so far. We can do it again through step through. We can cycle Vidalcan Aether Mage, and we can go get our big boy creatures now. Because we have the mana for them if we want to. What's a big wizard we want? Where's the big wizard energy? Oh, we could just win. We could just go get Triskaidekaphile. And then pay 3 for Archmage. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it says during your upkeep. So we upkeep before draw, tap, draw, 13. And that's on turn 6. That's very normal in bracket 3. And this was a really good hand. You know? It's fun. It's like, so hear me out, guys. I like decks with agency. I like decks where I can affect the outcome of the game due to my skill level. I just don't think there was a better deck I could have thought of for Tomcat today other than this one. For someone who doesn't want to play Reanimator, this is like the total opposite. This is like completely out. So Mads, this actually isn't Shadow Wizard Money Gang. There is another commander that is Shadow Wizard Money Gang. That's like way more Shadow Wizard Money Gang. In fact, there is a combo where you sacrifice wizards for infinite treasures. I would love to make that deck. No one's ordered it from me yet. I'm waiting for the day someone goes on my Patreon, fills the form, and says, I would like Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I will make it. I have been working on this deck for 2 months with my friend Jerry. Everyone, y'all, big amens in the chat for my friend Kevin. Kevin just made his own business. Brick and mortar. Bro is going out and helping the community. He's an amazing friend of mine. He also is a big collector of original Magic art and signed cards. Everyone give big amens to Kevin. They just got their first paycheck in from their business, their own small business. We love Kevin. Also, Kevin gives the best Christmas gifts you could ever imagine. Literally the best. He's the bomb. Yeah. Kevin's the bomb. Yes, there was a Discord sound. So the only Discord sounds I allow in during stream are from work. And so if you guys didn't know about this, let me look at this real quick. So the only reason I leave a Discord notification on is I have some people that I have on my emergency contact list and they needed something from me by end of day. So they were just messaging me. Yo, Kevin, the bomb. Oh, I'm sorry. You need something? You're worried about something in your life? Call Kevin. Literally would never say no. You could be like, hey, bro, it's time for feet pics. And he'd be like, all right, I got the camera. Like, he's a great guy. Big W, Kevin. All right, guys, that was deck numero uno for the day. Let's move on to deck number 2 for Matt. Let's move on to deck number 2. And again, if you liked this deck, I need you guys to know this commission said do what you want. This is how you get some of the most fun decks for me. Just give me what you don't want or maybe a theme. I'll always cook so hard. All right, y'all. This is for Matt. Balin the Haymaker, baby. Let's talk about this card for a sec. Let me update our overlay with the current commander being brewed. So, Balin the Haymaker. Ready, y'all? Ready, y'all? This is not a heir apparent deck. I did not take the easy route. No, we did not. Yeah. We are doing much more disgusting things with this list. No bunnies. No bunnies. It says, tap 2 untapped token creatures you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Guess what? We're going to do that times 10. Tap 3 untapped tokens you control. Draw a card. Tap 4 untapped tokens you control. Put a +3+ or put 3 +1+ encounters on Balin the Haymaker. It gets trampled to end of turn. Okay. Okay, guys. Lean in with me. Let's just... Okay. Lean in with me. Lean in with me here. Lean in with me. What did we say? What did we just say about Kevin, y'all? That was not planned. Welcome to the Kitten Court. Major, Mario, Tyler, Fowl, and Adam Garcia. Welcome to the Kitten Court. Kevin with the Christmas present, baby. W Kevin. All my homies love Kevin. Thank you so much, Kevin. So glad you got to make it in for a bit of the stream, dude. So good to see you. Yeah, that's that brick and mortar special, baby. Amens in the chat. Yeah, amens, 8-Big Outcast. Big amens for Kevin. Goated people doing goated things. I love that. Okay. Let's get serious for a moment. Chat, have you heard of a card called Persistent Petitioners? I'm blanking. I can do this. I will not forget. Come on, DevCat. You're not dumb. You can do this. Persistent Petitioners. Oh my god, I'm forgetting. I can do this. Don't chat. I can do this. It's the Cleric Shadowborn Apostle. Have you guys heard of? Let's restart that. Shadowborn Apostles. Persistent Petitioners. I think Dragon's Approach, Dragonfire, the other one that's unlimited, Rat Colony, and then we have Heir Apparent, right? We have these cards that can go into your deck, and you can have an infinite amount of them, right? Look. It takes a very good pilot and deck builder to make those decks interesting. It takes a very skilled deck builder to do that. And Templar Knight. Yeah, and Templar Knight. I have only succeeded making those decks fun after a lot of like deck building like changes. Like I had to get very creative. And then when you get creative with it, they almost never turn out better than if you just made it turbo whatever the creature was, right? Like, cool, I found the infinite with the creature, I win the game. It's almost never better than that. So, I took this Balin deck and I made it as skilled heavy as possible with way more. You know? Whoa! Whoa, baby. Major top roping it. Cheesy Chimps, Jackson, Saltago, Shivan Dragon, Lazy Guy, Hinoko, OMG, Jose. Oh, I know that kanji. Is it Welcome? I think it's Welcome. Orbit Box, Hyriel, and Aridium. Welcome. Welcome to the Kitten Court. Welcome. Dude. Major. Let's get some amens in chat for Major. Everyone who is now in the Kitten Court, you now have access to the once a week special Def Chat. It is a vlog series that I do, as well as you get access to doing the Hear Me Outs on stream. Big amens. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited because I really want to build a community with my vlog series, and I need people to be a part of the channel to do that. Because, like, I can't just post these vlogs publicly. I do say some personal things on them. Like, I can't just put them on my YouTube channel. So I need to make them gated, and it means the world that you guys want to join that. Major, you're the bomb. Thank you so much. Kevin, Major, big W's. W Major, W Kevin. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. You're the bomb. So, without further ado, Matt, let's get into your deck. The first card we have... Oh, we need to put down to mana value, so I do the fun ones last. Okay. So you're saying get memberships for mustache curling tips. Got it. Yeah. Dude, I don't do much to my mustache. I get asked a lot about it. This is just how my face works. Like, I think like last November, it was last October, I was gonna go visit Maldhound, very good friend of mine. We were gonna go up and go see him. Have to go sell some cards to compete with Major. I like the gang that's building up here. Heck yeah, dude. Curls alongside the golden ratio. Is that what we doing now? I like that. But yeah, no, last November I was going to go visit a friend and I was like, oh, I'm going to be away from home for a while. I can look ugly. So I'm going to try to grow a mustache because it's never worked. And lo and behold, I noticed what I thought was patchiness was actually just my Italian genes. I didn't realize I just don't get hair here. That's just how Italians work. So I let it go and it grew out and then I just never kept up with it because I'm a guy and I'm lazy and I'm dumb. And it grew out like this. And so eventually people were like, wow, nice stash, dude. And I'm like, what do you mean? Everyone has a mustache nowadays. What do you mean new? What's interesting about it? I never noticed the edges. I don't like stare into the, mirror. It was crazy. The mustache curls like magic foils. Yo, dude, it curls like Commander Legends foils. Man. Again, guys, big amens to Major and Kevin. Thank you so much for the subs. Y'all are the bomb. Love you guys. Jealous of the peak villain stash. Ooh, villain stash. No one's ever called it that yet. I've been to your house. You're always looking in the mirror. I do have a mirror above our kitchen. There you go. It's true. Got back into Magic after nearly 20 years hiatus. Woo! And then you stumbled on your video a week or so ago. Heck yeah, Major. I have a bunch of tutorial videos coming out soon too. So be stay tuned for that. We'll need to make a villainous deck with that stash. Yeah, that would be really fun. And then pet the cat. Ooh. Oh, speaking of Luris art with Def Cat stash, let me show you guys a little something something. Y'all ready for this? You guys like Luris? Right? Luris? Boom, baby. Luris art is proof. But guess what? These aren't mine. These are going out to people that joined the last Kickstarter I got to do. Look how gorgeous these are. Yeah, wow. I don't have it with me, but I have a Luris artist proof that I got from Steve Ellis, who drew the card. I helped him at a MagicCon. He needed someone to help get all of his stuff there. So I was like, oh, absolutely. You're an amazing artist. I'd love to help you. And at the end of the day, he was like, yeah, pick something out of the binder. And I was like, it was awesome. Yeah. So I have one that I own, actually. That's mine. Those aren't mine. But yeah, let's get into this Heir Apparent deck. I've been putting Matt on too much of a dude's probably exploding with excitement. First, we got Birds of Paradise and Land of War Elves as ramp. Always need some ramp. Ocelot Pride is one of the most disgusting cards to be printed in Magic in the last 5 years. I am not kidding. I would actually put it up there in like the top 100 easily within the last 5 years. It's first strike lifelink, and when you control 10 or more permanents, you get a City's Blessing. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, which you always do by attacking with this thing, create a 1/1 white cat token. If you have City's Blessing, for each token you control that enter the battlefield this turn, make a copy of it. Dog. It's nasty. Next up, Farmer Cotton. Whenever Farmer Cotton enters the battlefield, create X 1/1 white halfling creature tokens and X food tokens. Phineas Archer. When it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. That's a token or a rabbit. Obviously, we're talking about the tokens on this one. Then if a creature you control has power 10 or greater, draw a card. Jacked Rabbit, which is such a funny card. You can pay X to give it +1/+1 counters and then create that many tokens, which is insanely broken in this deck. Springheart Nantuku. You want to enchant a creature with this, bestow it, and then whenever you landfall, you may pay 2 and make a 1/1 insect token. It is insane in this deck. Academy Manufacturer. If you know this card and you like tokens, you know how broken this thing is. It's absolutely busted. Yeah, Major, you had it on a list. Yeah, the card's busted app. It's expensive, though. I don't even own one. Academy manufacturer, create a clue token, food token, or treasure token. Instead, create one of each. We make a lot of food tokens in this deck. It's amazing. Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, which, if you haven't seen, has a gorgeous Final Fantasy version that I'll show. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. I love this art for it. It says whenever you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 white token, tap attacking, and its power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Kadaria, I love this. It's by Pedro Potier. Trample whenever they attack, or sorry, whenever it deals combat damage, not attacks. For each token you control, make a 1/1 rabbit. Dog. Make a 1/1 rabbit for every token you control. What the hell? It's disgusting. For each token you control, dude. It's disgusting. Okay. Drum Bellower. Untap all creatures you control during each other player's end step. This is Baby Seedborn Muse, and it's just as good because guess what your creatures make? They make mana through Enduring Vitality, baby, and through your commander because let me grab something real quick. Okay. So, you can tap for your tokens, which there's going to be a lot of creature tokens, to put 3+1/+1 counters, or, my favorite, tap 3 to draw a card, baby. Now, tell me on what planet would you give up any of the cards I just said for a Heir Apparent? Boo! Boo! So boring. That would be so boring. These cards are so much more fun, so much more interesting, do so much more to your game playing. So much fun. So cool. Next, we have Jaheira, Friend of the Forest. All our tokens, add green. Nay, I say more. All tokens, by the way. Not creature tokens. Tokens. That means food now makes mana. Bing, bing, bing. When your friend thinks there are too many cards in Magic and wants something simple, so you make him a Heir Apparent deck, fair. Valid. Professional Facebreaker. We all know this card. It's card draw. It creates treasures. It's amazing. Scoot Swarm. You want a lot of tokens? This is how you get them. This is effectively donating a roach infestation to your friends. It's hilarious. And I don't know if you guys knew this. It's got a really pretty, I'm not kidding, Walmart promo. Yes, this promo was in Walmart-only packaging for Magic. I was in Walmart one day and found it. It doesn't look good on the screen here, but it has the Wooburg, right here. That's got the Wooburg in foil. It looks amazing in person. I'll show this to you as well. The, Birds of Paradise also has a Walmart foil. Walmart and Target. I only see it at Walmart. There we go. This was the first card I ever owned in all of Magic the Gathering. For Professional Facebreaker, wouldn't Knuckles from the Sonic? No, because sorry. So, Knuckles is in the deck. It's just not strictly better. They both do different things, if that makes sense. Yeah. Which, did I put Knuckles in the deck yet? I'm checking the sideboard. Oh, whoops. I left him in the sideboard. Let me pull him into the front deck. I was wondering why that happened. I was like, I don't see Knuckles. But no, I wouldn't say strictly better. No. Yeah. But yeah, sorry. As I was saying, story time. Birds of Paradise was the first card I ever owned in Magic. I saw this on the front. I was like, that's really cool. And I had played Duel Masters at the time. And I realized that Wizards of the Coast also made Magic. So in 2011, I bought my first card. And in it was a Zendikar pack and a couple M11 packs. And I pulled an Ulamog, a Grim Tutor, or Diabolic Tutor, and a Palaka Worm. Yours was Vistrix. Dang. Dang, Fuzzy. Yeah. So, next up. Oh, yeah, Major. You've been playing for 20 years. Major, if you have a collection of cards and you haven't checked through them, you should definitely let me help you with that. I found one of my friend's collections, and it was like literally worth $7 grand. It was insane. Next, we have Shroofus Sproutstyre. Sproutsire. I have dyslexia. Trample. Whenever a sapling you control deal damage to a player, create that many 1/1 sapling creatures. We're going to be putting a lot of +1/+ encounters on this and making a lot more saplings. Tireless Provisioner. Landfall, make a food token or a treasure token. Self-explanatory on how that's good. Weftstalker. It says whenever another creature or artifact you control enters the battlefield, deal 1 damage to each opponent. This is one of our win cons in this deck. Astrius. Whenever an opponent casts an instant sorcery, make a 1/2 spider. Pretty good. Jetmir. This is our second win con of the deck. It says the creatures you control, if you have 9 or more, get +1/+0 and have double strike. And trample. And vigilance. Yeah. So trample, vigilance, double strike, and get +1/+0. It's disgusting. Knuckles, the Enchidana, I'm not saying it, forget it, it's Knuckles. Double strike, trample, haste. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 30 or more artifacts, you win the game. And trust me, that happens a lot. That's our third win con of the deck. Next up, Ikinda. Okay. Ay caramba. Mondrak Glory Dominus. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many would be created instead. And then you can play 1 and 2 Phyrexian White, sacrifice 2 other artifacts or creatures, put an indestructible on this. You will need to do that. People will target this. Just me. Our fourth win con of the deck, Perforos, God of the Forge. This is an Impact Tremor style. So whenever, yeah, Enchilada. Knuckles Enchilada. Perforos says, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. We're going to be making so many creature tokens, this will kill the table often. Warren War Leader. You can offspring this to make an extra token, and then whenever it attacks, you make more tokens. It's amazing. Or you can buff your creatures up, which is also very good. One of the newest additions to this deck, Exalted Sunborn. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, create twice that many. And you can warp it in instead on earlier turns, which is amazing. Orin Frostfang. Creatures you control have Death Touch. Yeah, no one's going to be blocking your 1/1s when they have Death Touch. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So good. And notice it doesn't say whenever 1 or more creatures you control. It says a creature you control. This means if you attack him with 30 creatures, like 31 ones, and they all hit, you draw 30 cards. Pretty good. For a long time, this card was like $40 because, or I actually don't know if it was that much. I know it was expensive because it only came from a precon, and thank God I bought it. I sold them all to my friend when I wanted out. Yep. Starting from scratch. No, that's totally normal. Yeah, I did the same thing for a little bit. But many of them, tons of cards from Alpha and Beta, solid. Dang, Power 9. Woo! The only Power 9 I've ever owned is I bought a collector's edition Time Walk for my cube, and then someone offered me like $200 more than I paid for it one day, and I sold it to them, so I don't own it anymore. Remember when Arcane Signet was only in the Eldraine Brawl decks? I do remember that Otter Pirate. I do. I remember those days. Next up is Quartzwood Crasher. It says whenever 1 or more creatures you control with trample deal combat damage to a player, create an XX green dinosaur beast token with trample, where X is the amount of damage those creatures dealt to this player. And guess what? We can give our commander trample, baby. Seaborn Muse, because Seaborn Mune. Also, the art was created by a very good friend of mine, Forrest Immel, the owner of Distraction Makers, if you guys have ever heard of that podcast. Ojutak, Deepest Foundation. We make triple our creature tokens. Kind of good. Rampaging Balos. Whenever a land comes into the battlefield, make a 4/4 beast. Avenger of Zendikar. When it enters, create a 0/1 green plant creature token for each land you control. And then whenever land enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 on each plant. Hear me out. Arabella Abandoned Doll. Ooh, Ooh, good suggestion. Good, hear me out. Let's talk about Arbella, baby. Oh. So Arabella says, abandoned all attacks. It deals X damage to each opponent, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. This card, sadly, instantly gets obsolete because of how often we end up putting +1/+1 counters on all our creatures, and it becomes a non-bow. And I cut really hard for this deck, so I personally didn't include it. It's a good card. So often when I was testing the deck, I end up having more than 2 power on most of my creatures, and it didn't do as much as I wanted it to. And this card also doesn't make tokens itself, and that's what I want to be more consistent on in this deck. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. There's a lot more I could show you in this deck, but like we've talked about with other decks, this deck is best shown and best explained by me playing it. So let's get into the Mox playfield real quick. So what do we got here? We got 3 lands, an Academy Manufacturer, and a Springheart Nantuko. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. We have Farmer Cotton. Okay. We have all 3 of our colors. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit slow for my taste. Ah, hear me out. Beastmaster's Ascension. Ooh, very good card. Whenever a creature you control attacks and you put a quest counter on it, as long as Beastmaster Ascension has 7 or more quest counters on it, creatures get +5/+5. I like this card a lot. I definitely think we have room in this deck for it. I'm going to put it in the considering section for this deck. Totally agree. Tyler, we need to get you like some kind of thing in this chat. I think you're the most successful Hear Me Out person. Julian, if you would like to do a Hear Me Out, that's reserved for those that are joined in the channel as a part of the channel. So if you want to join and become a member of the Kitten Court, you can do that below. Very good suggestion, Tyler, as per usual. As per usual from Tyler. This is a good hand, and I think it can get better. And it does do something by turn 2, which is pretty nice. My only frustration is that 2 of our lands come in tapped, so I can't curve out as easy. So let's still try it, though. Okay. Okay. It got a little better. It got a little better. Event of Wilds comes in tap. Draw 2. Okay. This solves our issue a little bit. Yeah. Okay, cool. Springheart Nantuko. Awesome. Next turn. We do Gaia's Cradle. We pay 2. And then we make our little 1/1. And it's a 1/1 green creature token. Insect. Okay. Awesome. And then we can tap 2 for Talisman of Impulse. And then we're going to station 2 on this card. So this is by turn 3. This is pretty good. Yes, Hanato, you're a part of the Kitten Court. Oh, geez, this is... Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. We tap 3. Academy Manufacturer. Forest. Trigger. Make 3 mana. Pay 2. Make the 1/1. Insect. We have 1 mana left over. We're not going to use it this turn. Okay. And then next turn we Balin. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. This is good. It's cooking really hard. It's just not doing what I like to do in this deck as much. But then, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. And then we stationed 6 into Avando. And then we station again. Avando is now online. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Guys, I think I cooked a little too hard. So we let Jetmir's Garden come in. We tap 2. We make another Spring Heart and Antuco Insect. Oh, gosh. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we make 11 mana. X equals 9? Oh, dear God. Okay, we're going to have to do some math. So we make 9 food tokens, which makes 9 treasure tokens, which makes 9 clue tokens. Oh, Lord. And then we make 9 1/1 white halfling tokens. Oh, dear God. Oh, wait. Before that, we cast Primal Vigor. And then we double that. Actually, that was the actual correct play there. Yeah, so we double that. So then we just get 10. Because we have to use 5 of our mana to do that. Yeah, and then we can use all those treasure tokens to cast the Avenger and cast Balin, which makes another 10 Sapperlings? No. That makes 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it makes 12 Sapperlings. Oh, God. What have I done? Oh, wait a minute. And then we can tap. We have 31 creature tokens total, and we can draw 10 cards. Woo, baby. That was it. I was like, this is okay. But then you dump your hand and you got nothing to do. The commander draws you cards. Okay. Okay. Are we going to jail? Did I make another Geneva suggestion deck on accident? I think I did. I think we're going to jail, chat. I think we're going to jail. When do you want to tap the food tokens clues for card draw to leave the creature tokens open since Balin doesn't stipulate creature tokens? Does Balin doesn't specify creature What? So that means we can draw 29 cards this turn? All right, maybe this was a fluke. Maybe that was a fluke. Let's try this again. Hold on. Andrew Hammer first comment, still mind blown. Ooh, Blixed Violet, little tip. You can hover over a token and press X to copy it. That's pretty good. I didn't know that. Thank you. All right, chat. All right, let's count down. Let's roll it back. Let's see if we can. We'll see if we can do something like that again. All right. Let's roll this back. All right. That's a pretty good hand, chat. That's a pretty good hand. If we get a single creature, we're off to the races. All right, let's, second 7, we'll try it. Whatever. Soul Ring, whatever. Whatever. Play out this little skull clamp thingy. Make a bunch more mana. you know, whatever. There it is. Time to commit crimes. Bink, bink, bink. Float the colorless. Attach the skull clamp. Bink, bink. Eldritch Evolution it. Bink, bink. Draw 2 cards through Eldritch Evolution. And we get a Seaborn Muse. And next turn. Ooh, baby. Let's Rhythm of the Wilds. Ooh, wrong button. Hasty Balin, Uncounterable, and a Growing Rites of Iklamok. Why not? Next turn, Spring Heart Nantuku, drop, not draw a card, whoops, it's make the Sapperling. Or Insect. Bonk. Flip Growing Rites of Iklamok. Cast Hero, Splendid Cathar. Oop, wrong land. Yeah, this is still pretty good. Yeah, Enduring is also back. Oh, it's not on the back? It's just... Oh, okay, yeah. I wish they would have made it a flip thing. I wish they would have made Enduring by Vitality a flip. That would have been cooler. Instead of it saying it comes back as an enchantment, just make the back the enchantment, please. I don't know why they didn't do that. Yeah. Yeah, this is still pretty solid. Yeah. I'm still pretty happy with this. Even though we popped off that first time, that was still pretty awesome. Ooh, nice. Oh, we don't have the mana for it. Anyway, I'm having too much fun with this deck. Chat, let's get some amens in for this deck. I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is pretty solid. I think this is pretty disgusting. Dear God. Whew. Oh, dear Lord. What a deck. What a deck. That's just disgusting. That's just disgusting. Oh, God. All right. Next deck. It's time for the next deck. Our next contestant on Commander Rehab is Zach. Zach, you ordered Celeste Rune Knight. Let's look at what you said on your order form. Zach, you asked, Zach, you asked for a bracket 3 Celeste or Y'shtola deck. No budget. Your ideal date and preferred coffee order is April 25th and a Diet Coke. I love how you took that question. That was hilarious. Hey, Def Cat, I ordered 2 decks. I know you made a CDH version of Celeste, but I'm new to Magic, thanks to Final Fantasy, and I don't know how to reduce the power to something that would be straightforward to play in bracket 3. I got you. Don't worry, baby. I got you. Let's get into this. Celeste Rune Knight. So, let's talk about this. Celeste Rune Knight says, when it enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards. Then draw that many cards plus 1. Whenever one or more creatures enters, if one or more of them would enter from the graveyard and or was cast from graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Look. Celeste has a lot of combos. A lot. So before I break the Geneva Convention, as per usual, let's read what bracket 3 says for a second, just so you know. I'm breaking like social rules, not like legal rules, just the social kind. So, MTG brackets. Bracket 3 says, and I quote, no mass land denial, no chaining extra turns. The combos must be late game 2-card infinite combos. That means past turn 6. And only 3 game changers. I adhered to all this. Okay? Technically. Because if you don't cast the 2-card combo early, then it's not a late game 2-card combo, or then it is. But again, I did adhere to that. And it is a 3-card combo, technically, because the commander's the 3rd card in the combo. So, in order for it to win. Yeah, this man is about to give lands persist or something. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, you know it. Yeah. So, let's start us off. Diata. It's our only planeswalker. It's a really good way to get treasures and keep the deck going, and it puts things in our graveyard, which we like. It's also the backup commander to this deck. That way, if Celeste ever gets blown out. I always include a backup commander in every deck that I make. I think it's what makes a good deck builder, so I included it. Dragon Rage Channeler. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Surveil. We like things in the graveyard. Makes sense. Skirk Prospector. It's a mana dork, but in red. We kind of like that. Stitcher Supplier. Whenever it enters the battlefield or dies, mill 3. We're going to be killing it. We're going to be reanimating it. We're going to be having it enter the battlefield. We want things in our graveyard. We like Stitcher Supplier. Harmonic Prodigy, or as my German friends like to say, Harmony Wunderkind. Prowess. If an ability of a shaman or another wizard you control triggers an additional time. Bingo boingo. Celeste Rune Knight, kind of a whizzy dizzy. That's right. Human, wizard, knight. We're going to trigger twice. Next up, Lesser Masticore. This is a part of our first 2-card combo. Retro. Hey, DevCap, first time joining the stream. I loved your landfill deck so much that I made my own version of it. Woo! And it's my most played deck. We love to hear that. Well, Retro, I hope you're excited because I have 2 of my own personal decks going up on a new video. Or sorry, 3 of my personal decks I'm making videos for this September, including this Friday. So technically August and September. So if you like my decks from my Commander's Vault, you getting more. But if you want these early, head on over to the Patreon, join the Discord. And if you want a custom deck made by me, go to the Patreon, sign up, guys. We don't have many custom deck slots left. Make sure to head over to the Patreon, get yourself either a deck roasted or a custom deck made by me or a video. Some of you may want an entire video. If you liked my landfall video, I offer to make an entire video for you off a custom deck, if you guys weren't aware of that. What's up, Tyler? I am late and currently watching on the watching replay, but in the blue deck, Academy Journey Mage only discounts itself, not all wizards. Oh, Tyler, let's go look at that. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a wizard. Ah, good catch. Good catch. We should go back on that later. So, as we were saying, Lesser Masticore is, in fact, a part of a very easy combo. It says an additional cast, you have to discard a card, which is pretty frustrating. But it has Persist. So Persist says if it dies, it comes back with a -1/-1 counter on it. But our commander says when it comes back, it gets a +1/+1 counter, so it's negated. Meaning, Lesser Masticore infinitely can be sacrificed. So, how do we do that? What we do is we go and we get Grinding Station. Sacrifice an artifact, target player mills 3 cards, and it allows us to infinitely mill out our opponents. But that is not, in fact, the most fun thing we can do. We can instead bring in Blasting Station, sacrifice a creature, and deal 1 damage to target player. So we can infinitely Blasting Station, because when a creature comes back into play, it untaps Blasting Station. So Lesser Masticore plus either Grinding or Blasting Station, and our commander instantly wins the game. Hypnotic, hey, a DevCat, first time catching stream. Just wanted to say thanks for the amazing content. You're welcome. Absolutely. I'm so glad you like it. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoy it. I'm still very new to all this, so the fact that everyone's like enjoying the content, I'm ecstatic. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The next one, if we can figure out how to give Orcish Bowmasters Persist, which we can, we do this combo where we infinitely ETB Orcish Bowmaster. Also Orcish Bowmaster, just a great card. After that, another Persist creature that's amazing, Putrid Goblin, which goes infinite with, you guessed it, Blasting Station. Boom, baby. Sacrifice a creature. Deal a damage. Have it come back. Easy peasy, baby. I've only been playing MTG for about 2 months now, and this channel has been my favorite by far. Funny enough, Retro, I work with the professor. So, even if Professor was your favorite, it'd still be me. I do all the music for Tolarian Community College. You used to have a Teysa Orzhov Sion deck. Yep, exactly. Yeah, Tyler. Exactly. My favorite card in the deck, Imperial Recruiter. This tutors up any of your creature win cons immediately. And also, let me show you my favorite printing of this card. The Drudge promo. I love this art so much. So freaking much. I'm so glad they made a Judge promo of this. What's up, the kid? You missed 2 decks so far. We did a custom deck list that was submitted where they said I'm allowed to make anything I want. So, I got to make a Azami list that was really fun. And then we made a Haymaker deck. So you got some stuff to go back on. It's really awesome. Dude, yeah, I'm glad you like the music. Thank you, Blainable. We talked about Putrid Goblin. So, Triarch Praetorian. It has Unearth, which is really great because we want to get out of a graveyard. And whenever Triarch Praetorian enters the battlefield from a graveyard, you draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. So, it's something that's going to be great because we're going to be able to draw cards with it, and it easily gets in our graveyard, and we can reoccur it. Voice of Victory. We don't want people touching us on our turn, so we got voice, baby. Anyone else know, if anyone knows the artist for Judge Promo Imperial Recruiter, let me know. I know, right? Gosh, still trying to find that. It's one of my favorite cards. Oh, snap. I should be running Imperial Recruiter in your Winota deck. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then we have Elsha, who laughs at fate. Whenever Elsha attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it at the beginning of your end step. If you attack this turn, return target creature card with converted mana value less than or equal to Elsha's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Next, we have Luris. Again, we love Luris. It's nice recursion. Professional Facebreaker. We just talked about this card. The Warring Triad. Flying Trample Haste 5/5 for 3. As long as there are fewer than 8 cards in your graveyard, this isn't a creature. So we very, very easily get to make this come in. Warren Soul Trader. This is a sacrifice outlet and gives us mana. Very helpful. Anger gives all of our creatures haste. Super helpful. Murderous Redcap goes infinite by itself. It says when it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. So you can infinitely kill itself with your commander, or if you have Blasting Station, you can infinitely hit other people. Abdel Adrian. So Abdel Adrian goes into your graveyard using any of the sacrificing or wheeling effects, and then you animate dead Abdel Adrian. Abdel Adrian then says you can exile any number of permanents, non-land permanents you control, and you exile animate dead. That means Abdel Adrian comes back in and creates a 1/1 soldier token. But because it left and you don't see it anymore, animate dead then re-enters the battlefield, making an infinite combo. Let's go, baby. Yeah, non-red World Gorger, literally. Overlord of the Baelmerk. It says whenever Overlord of the Baelmerk enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards. Then you may return a non-avatar creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's some nice recursion, very nice. And then you normally want to use its impending cost. Sir Conrad. This is just a generically great card that most lists run. I'm not a fan of it, but I wanted to show it to you because it's 5 mana for an effect that I don't think is necessary. So I personally don't have it in the list, but I wanted to show it to you because I know a lot of people like it. Ruin Grinder. It's got Mountain Cycling, or when it dies, each player may discard their hand and draw 7. We love wheeling in this deck, so this is a really fun inclusion. And then last but not least, Archfiend of Spite. It's 7 mana. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to Archfiend of Spite, sacrifice that Source's controller loses that much life unless they sacrifice that many permanents. Very fun card. It's fun to include some big Hail Marys like this for late game in a bracket 3 list. Everything else is pretty normal in this list, so we're going to play it, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. So we have a Blasting Station, we have a Gilded Lotus, a Stitcher Supplier, and 4 lands. Not much of a game plan in this list, to be honest, so we're gonna ship that one. This one, we have the Warring Triad, which is cool. We have 5 lands and a Malakir Rebirth. Just getting flooded. So let's go to our next list. Our next one. Oh, so close to a good hand. So close to a good hand. All right, we got lands. We got a Master Core. We got a Boros Charm. We can definitely make this work. We can definitely make this work. So we're going to bottom Bojuka Bog. Draw for turn. And we'll play a tap land because we got nothing to do turn 1. No big deal. Or actually, we'll do the Shadowy Backstreet. And then we're going to Surveil 1. Do we want to reanimate? Oh, Scene. Scene. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cauldron Haza. Okay. Okay, we'll take a hear me out. Take a hear me out. We'll see this. Oh, Cauldron Haze. Sorry. Choose any number of target creatures. Each of those gains persist till end of turn. Right in the deck. Right in the deck. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yeah, in the deck. Otter Pirate with the top rope. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome. Let's get back to a playtest. Ooh. Oh, this hand would be so good if we had the right mana. Oh my gosh. We need one more land, and this hand is cracked. Dog. I think I risk it for the biscuit with this hand and hope we draw a land. Nope. Next turn? Yeah. No land. Okay. Turn 3. Bomp bomp. Turn 4. Ripples. And then we have Vandal Blast that we probably use on someone's things that we don't like. Oh yeah, baby. Ripple. Put 3 into the, or that into the graveyard. We Surveil. Oh, and then we get the Grinding Station off that. Wow. But from there, we've got Jeska's Will, we've got Cabal Ritual, we've got Reanimate, we have Deflecting Swat. I mean, like, this hand's just insane with our commander out. Yeah, and then from here, we can just win. There's so many win lines. Oh, yeah, and then we also Ripples of Undeath. There's one more in there, my bad. So Cabal Ritual, make 5 black. Jeska's Will, make 7 red. Exile the top 3. And then we've got Ruin Grinder if we want to. We have Reanimate. We have Grinding Station. There's so many options from here. Yeah. It was a slow start, so I want to show what this deck can really do. So let's get a better hand than that. Yeah. This is fine. We can try this one out. Isolated Chapel. Actually, there we go. Theater. We have Surveil. Ooh, we keep that on top. Absolutely. Bink, bink. Ripples of Undeath. Upkeep. We mill. We'll pay 1 mana to put Felwar in our hand. Put the rest in the graveyard. Then we draw for turn. Isolated Chapel. Felwar. Next turn, Ripples. We'll definitely pay to put Murder's Redcap in hand. Then we'll draw. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, this is nasty. So, we can either now Imperial Recruiter, but we already have a Murderous Redcap, so we don't need it. So, that's definitely just cast Celeste. We discard Anger, Ruin Grinder, Plains, and Alacia. Draw that many. Next turn, we Ripple. We put everything in the graveyard. We don't care about any of that. Sunburrow. And then we either have Masticore or Murderous Redcap combos already. But we can Master Core and then Imperial Recruiter to go get any sacrifice creature from there and go for the combo. Yeah, I feel like this list definitely needs more mana than I was expecting. I think early game for it to be fun. And I don't know if we're just getting bad early hands. Let's look at the list. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11, 12 cards that make turn 2 mana. Yeah. Maybe I was just getting a... Okay. Yeah. Literally, instantly the next thing. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Blackwater Cliffs. Actually, sacrifice this. Go get a basic tapped. We're going to go get a plains. Comes in tapped. Next turn. Blackwater. Felwar. Turn 3. We have the Clifftop Retreats. Ride of Flame for 2 red. Actually, no. That's just the commander anyway. We don't even need to do that. Yeah. So now, this is what I love about this commander. Celeste enters. We discard all this extra stuff. Draw 4. Next turn, we have so much to do. We have Ripples. We have Talisman. If we discarded a creature, which we didn't, sadly, we have a reanimation effect in hand. We have a crazy amount of mana. And then we have Tunnel, which when it enters, we can discard, then draw that many +1. So we want the Ripples, and then we want the Brass. Boop. And then before we cast it, we can cast the mana if we do want the extra mana. At this point, we have enough mana. We're fine. We draw 5. Ooh, and then we have Escape Containment. And we have the Archfiend. Yeah, oh, and then we Ripple. Sorry, at the beginning of turn. Oh, yeah, we get another wheel. Heck yeah. We wheel. Put our hand in the graveyard. Now we have Anger in the graveyard. Ooh, and then we have Breach the Multiverse. Yeah. This deck definitely slaps. It just needed the mana. Cool. Fun deck. Everyone, give it up for Zach. Amens in the chat for Zach for suggesting a Celeste deck. Very fun. Very fun. Next up is Chivy with an Omo Queen of Vesuva deck. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? I'm looking at how many there are of you. Yeah, baby. Chivy, are you ready? Omo Queen of Vesuva, baby. So, Omo. Or sorry, Chivy. Chivy. You said either $400 for the cap for this list, or you wanted a... You said either $400 or you're okay with proxies. Chivy, I made both. I made both, buddy. And I'm going to show the big one off. Dev trying to figure out my next deck. Have you seen, or have you had enough Final Fantasy decks? No, Blainable. I have not had enough Final Fantasy decks yet. There is a Rakdos Final Fantasy Legendary. I'm waiting for someone to order from me. It's one of my favorite cards. See if anyone gets it. We'll see if anyone gets it. But Omo, there's just so many cool things you can do with this deck. There's so many cool things. So what we're going to do, it's not Kuja. I love Kuja, Tyler. It's not Kuja. It's a human knight. Makes it pretty obvious what it is. But let's put Omo as our currently being brewed commander. And let's get into the deck, y'all. So, let's talk about this. Whenever Omo Queen of Vesuva enters the battlefield or attacks, put an everything counter on up to one target land or one target creature. Each land with an everything counter on it is every land type in addition to its other land types, and each non-land creature with an everything counter on it is every creature type. So, we do some shenanigans in this list, y'all. We do some shenanigans. First off, show you the small stuff. So, We have a Birds of Paradise and an Elvish Reclaimer on turn 1. Aftermath Analyst to mill cards on the top of our library in order to do some land shenanigans, which we'll get into. And guys, this is a Collector Oof deck. That's right. We're only running Sol Ring into Null Rod. Yep. We just have 3 artifacts. Crucible Worlds, Null Rod, and Sol Ring. That's it. Our honest to God favorite turn 1 play, land, Sol Ring, Null Rod. Turn 3, get to play our creatures, baby. And the reason we're doing that is this is an extra landfall deck. So we have Lotus Cobra, we have Azusa, we have Thrasios, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Uro, we have Oracle Moldiah, we have Tatyova, AC, Lumra, and then of course we got some big slammers in here. Oh yeah, baby. Coma. Next Bloom into a Crater Hoof, baby. That's our top curve. So I need to explain this deck a little bit differently than we do a normal deck tech, guys. We need to get into this deck in a whole view. We can't just go creature by creature. You know, we do a lot of stuff. It's not Black Waltz. It is not Black Waltz Memo. But I do like Black Waltz a lot. I have like a half-finished Black Waltz deck that I'd love to make for someone if they ordered it. So, this patron, which by the way, if you would like a deck made custom by me on this stream, head on over to the Patreon. We now have a buy 3, get a 4th free per month as well if you guys want to upgrade. We use this deck for things like Awaken the Woods. We create X11 green forest dryad lands. And then we're going to use that to do a ton of combos that involve the fact that they have everything counters on it, such as Copy Land, or Abundance, or Collective Restraint. It says creatures can't attack you unless their controller plays X, where X, for X, where each attacking creature where X is the number of basic land types that you control. So that means every single land is a basic land type. So Collective Restraint makes it pretty hard to attack you. But we're going to copy Dark Depths with no counters on it and make a ton of giant flying 2020 legendary avatar indestructible creatures. That is one of the main combos in this deck. The next thing we have on this list is a Field of the Dead combo, which is now a game changer, by the way. Whenever Field of the Dead enters or another land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands with name types, create a 2/2 black zombie token creature. We're going to copy Field of the Dead. So we have like 5 of these. And then we make like 5 2/2s with extra land drops. You would think that, Memo. You would think the 2020 legendary avatar creatures would die to that. But we have ways to make things non-legendary. Yep. So this deck is a little bit difficult to describe because of all the different combos. Luckily, Chivy does know this deck already and just wanted some help making it better. So we're going to play test it to talk about this. So. Yeah. This is sick. Okay. There's something I want to mention about this list. So let's talk about the commander for a second. Not only does it put an everything counter on our lands in order for when it enters or attacks, so we can keep doing this, it also only costs 2 colorless or 2 generic and then 1 pip. So it makes it really easy to cast. So for example, this hand, let's say it didn't have Otawara in it, for example. Let's just draw a card and shuffle. We have 2 colorless and 1 pip. That's all you need. So we can use a ton of stuff. Oh, that's awesome, John D. That's sick. And then we have counter spells in hand to stop people from going for it while we're still ramping up into Lumra. Not a bad hand, but we can do better. Ooh, Shifting Woodlands, gorgeous. With an Elvish, but that's the only land in hand. There we go. Perfect. Let's play this. So we play Yavimaya, we play Exploration, we play a Misty Rainforest, and we go get Tropical. Boom. Next turn, Breeding Pool, Woodsy Footsie, Shuffle. Go grab our Breeding Pool. Did we forget to add Breeding Pool to the list? We did. That's hilarious. Okay, we'll grab a Forest. We'll fix that after this. And then we tap 4, Template Discovery. Search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Each opponent may search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Let's say only one opponent does this. That's fine. We'll go get 2 land cards. Again, it says a land. It does not say get like a basic land. So let's say 2 of our opponents say yes to this and 1 says no. We go get all of the Urza lands and instantly have 7 colorless available to us. Yeah. Next turn, we have 7 colorless. We'll use 2 green. Abundance, another one. Oma. It enters. We put an everything counter. And then now whenever we draw, is there restrictions on custom decks? I don't know what you mean. Because no restrictions at all. Actually, you know what? After we do this, I'm going to show you guys how to order a custom deck. I'm going to go over the order form. And we're going to work on the order form together. Let's add questions. Let's build the form together. Because I have a current form that needs some editing. Let's do that together right on stream. But, so now whenever we play a land, this is turn 3, by the way. I don't know if you guys have noticed what we're doing here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands on the battlefield, and they make 7, 8, 9, 10 total mana. And we can play lands from graveyard if we want to play this Crucible of the Worlds, which we do have enough colorless left over to play, so why not? And now we're going to say on our upkeep with Abundance, we're going to say, instead of drawing a card, you may choose land or non-land, and we're going to reveal till we get it. So amazing. So we're going to draw, we're going to say non-land, Null Rod. Heck yeah. Null Rod, now our opponents can't be using their artifacts, and we are way ahead of everyone, and we have a Besage to destroy any Rhystic Studies. Let's say we destroy a Rhystic Study, and then we have hard mana right now for Force of Negation if we want it. Awesome. All right, cool. Next turn. We're going to say non-land. And we get Coma! Yeah, pretty good. I guess we can cast Coma. Not bad, I guess. You know, little turn 4 Coma. Whatever. It's okay, I guess. Whilst we have a Null Rod out. Pretty good. So, that is how this deck works. Chivy, I hope you enjoy. I know you already knew this list, so I didn't want to painstakingly go through the cards. You just wanted some help. I hope this shows you the power of this list. But, everybody, let's get into this. Let's do a little new segment. Let's talk about our form. So, we have preferred name. Then we have what bracket it should be. Then we have the theme. We have the color combo. If you have a preferred commander in mind, do you have a budget, your email, your order ID, and your ideal date and preferred coffee order? That's currently what we have. But I have been told that the what theme or feeling is a little too vague. So let's add a question right here. Let's add a question. What are cards you like to play in general? What are cards or decks? I think this could help. Nah, that's still a little vague. What about what are mechanics you would like to see in this deck? Right? And then What is your preferred play style? Yeah, I agree with that. Good one, We Are Venom. Like that. I think theme doesn't fall under mechanics, no. Ah. Are there any combos you would like to see in this deck? How do you want the deck to win? Don't worry if you don't have an answer. I got you. Got a short answer. Optional. 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 Okay, cool. So let's think about these for a second. There is a pet card section already. There is. I think that's in the theme. Ah, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, pet card would be great. Are there any combos / pet cards you would like to see in this deck? There we go. Are there any particular cards? Yep. Yeah, pet card for sure. There is a funny question, John H. Ideal date and preferred coffee order is my funny one at the end. So we'll put the color combo here. So preferred name, and then a commander you have in mind should be at the top. Okay, cool. Then it's bracket level, color combo, theme, and those are the required things. And then preferred play style. Yeah, let's put that with the mechanic. Let's say, is there a mechanic or play style you would like to see in this deck? I think that makes it less vague. It's okay, Memo. It's okay. I got you. Are there any combos or pet cards? How do you want the deck to win? Most people don't know. Okay, cool. I think how do you want the deck to win might be a little too much, but we'll try it because I feel like most of the time the fun of me creating a deck for people is the fact that, like, you know, is the fact that, like, I make these things up. I like the addendum there, We Are Venom. Are there any cards or combos you wish for me to not put in? Don't need to think too hard. Just any that immediately come to mind. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, exclude, yeah. Awesome. I think this helps out. This will be the new one for next time. How does everyone feel about that? I feel pretty good about this. I think this makes sense. Yeah, I like this a lot. Good. Awesome. All right, y'all. It's time for the last deck. The last deck. My Thursdays are a little shorter. I misspelled. You know what? Knockoff Tomcat. That's just cute. Hard. Another funny question. I agree. But in this deck tech, just based on how many submitted or by subscription. Wait, I don't know if this has been answered already, but is the deck tech queue just based on when they are submitted? Yes, they are. It's based on when they're submitted. Yeah. Let's fix that misspelling real quick. How do you want this deck to win? Where is it? Where's the misspelling? Ah, you wish for me. There it is. Thank you. Done. Thank you. Okay. I do need to get this rolling. This is our last deck of the day, everybody. This is a very weird deck, what we're about to show you. I was asked to make a Legends Matter Final Fantasy primary deck, meaning they wanted to include as many of the primary Final Fantasy Legend arts as possible and as many Final Fantasy cards possible. We are Venom. This is your deck. I went hard on this list. I hope you're excited. I painstakingly went through and added all of the arts I could that match the vibe, because I know you want this deck to be pretty. That's basically the point, right? So everything in this list is as gorgeous as humanly possible. This is the no restriction, no price point version of it. I then take out any cards with a base value of over $600, like we talked about in this, so we can fix it for you later. But I wanted to show you what it could look like at its most beautiful, and then we'll go from there. So this deck is all about bling while also being functional. But I went bling primary with this deck. That was the primary function, was the bling. Without further ado, it is in fact Joda. Warrior of Light. Joda Unifier. You said your favorite Final Fantasies were 10, 14, or oh gosh, let me look at your form. Sorry. You specified which were your favorite Final Fantasies. It was, yeah, 14, 10, 7, and 8. Good. So originally, I had this list as a Cloud Strife list, right, with Nadila. But I realized I could completely omit the need for card draw by using Joda. And we're going to get into that. And so there's so many cards we didn't have to include as a result of Joda. And Joda being the commander makes this list run so much better. It ran way better. I know it wasn't your preferred Final Fantasy deck for commander, but you're going to see a lot more of your favorite Final Fantasy cards as a result, because I still wanted the deck to function. So how this deck works is whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards off the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Yeah. And legendary creatures you control get +X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. So that means all these creatures get bigger. So it is, just as you asked, legendary creatures matter. But not only did I match it, I went through, and any card that isn't Final Fantasy, I made sure was a full art foil epic card that would still match what we're going for here. So everything still matches what you were doing for the bling. I'm going to keep showing these to you. And then we added in full arts of all the other cards that we could from Final Fantasy. Dark Ritual, Blessing of the Oracle, the Crystal Tower, Shadows, the Endwalker, Wild Rose Rebellion, Arcane Signet. All this is just so gorgeous. So we made this deck just so dang pretty. Here, let's probably, you know what, let's back up here. Let's show you guys. I'm just going to slow roll this so you guys can look at how pretty this deck is. It's just gorgeous. And I made sure to include Final Fantasy art where I could, like Relic of Legends and this Talisman. Yeah. So, just like the other list, we already know all of these creatures. I think for certain this deck is better being shown to you. So what I wanted to do was make sure that I show off actively how to play this deck, because it feels bad if you don't know what you're doing, like very bad. 1,000,000,000%, this deck is based around a specific way to play. And so I need to show it to you, because if I don't, you're going to think this deck is like total crap. And dear God, this deck is absolutely incredible when you know what you're doing. It's just awesome. It's so much fun. So without further ado, let's pull up ourselves our playtesting. Okay, so let's see here. What did we get? We got, okay, exactly. Okay, this hand is cracked. Go ahead and look it up. I want all of you to look at this hand. This hand is insane. It doesn't look like it, right? It looks pretty normal. This hand is probably one of the best hands you could possibly get in this. You guys ready? Are you ready? Draw for turn. I have the God hand. I have the God hand. Okay, well, let's show you how this works. Verdant Catacombs. We're going to thin our deck of lands because it's that good. We're going to go get ourselves a Troppy Poppy and play a Bird's Paradise. Yeah, this is insane. Sure, yeah, totally staged. I would totally do that because I'm that boring of a person. Taiga, Bing Bing, Arcane Signet. And then end step, we get to Brainstorm. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna put back 2 lands on the top of our library, and then we're gonna draw for turn 3. Polluted Delta, so we can get those lands away. Go get the under, and then we can play out Joda. All right. Here we go. Let's start going to town. Oh, and the relic off the top. Oh my God. Yeah, I am scripted. I'm able to shuffle and know what's on top of the library using the Mox Field playtest. Scrubbly Bubbly. We're gonna exile Simian Spirit Guide. We're gonna pay 1 to black, Cabal Ritual, Relic of Legends. And then we can tap Joda, tap Relic, and tap let's do the Taiga for Cloud. Now, we cast Cloud. Cloud has +2/+2. That was a legendary. That means we go off the top of our deck until we find a legend with less mana value. Ragavan. Not bad. Pretty good. We like Ragavan. Bottom of library. We can now tap Ragavan, tap Cloud Strife, and 2 more to play. What's it called? Benetica Harmon. Off the top of our library, we instantly hit a lightning. Yeah. Turn 4, you now, or let's go into turn 5 technically here. On turn 5, you have Cloud Strife, Zidane, Benetica, Warrior of Light. So this was the way that I felt. No, it's not PB. So there was nothing to do on turn 2. And so exiling Simian Spirit Guide to have the Signet out didn't do anything for us there, because we were more worried about getting a total number of mana, because we wanted to use it to get Joda out. Normally it's better in terms of pacing though, yeah. So on turn 5, you got Joda, Cloud Strife, Zidane, and Benetica, so they all get +4/+4. So you have a 5/5 Ragavan, so that attacks in. You get someone else's random land card. We'll say we play their land for turn. We'll say we like Polluted Delta, and we go get Savannah. We make a treasure. And now, clouds on the battlefield, we can use their trigger. We can tap 1, 2, 3 of our legends, make 3 mana, crack the treasure, tap the savannah, untap all of our creatures, and make a warrior token. And we go infinite right here. This is no bad art, Joda. We go infinite here due to Relic of Legends and Cloud and this many legends on the field. It's disgusting. And this deck's just gorgeous, dude. Yeah, this is the kind of infinites I like to see, right? What did we just go infinite with? We went infinite with only legends from Final Fantasy using a Final Fantasy art card. That's how you custom deck build for people, baby. That's the kind of stuff I bring to the table. This is what I do for y'all. Got you. Got you. Oh my gosh. I wish I had more time today to dedicate to y'all. But today is, in fact, my last day having to work a part-time doing production for other people. We've officially made it to where I don't need to. So, y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. All deck lists are going to be finalized and published tonight onto the Discord for those who bought it. Yeah, amens, baby. Amazing. So excited. You have no idea. Oh my goodness. I'm also very hungry. And I need to eat before I go. Don't worry, We Are Venom. I know how to make it cheap for you, and that's one of the versions I'm sending to you. And trust me, just go with non-foils. Do not buy foil. The non-foils are like 10 times less expensive. Trust me. It's time, y'all. You know what time it is in the stream. Y'all already know. Let me pray us out. God, thank you so much for what we built here. We have a community that cares about one another. We operate for one another. And we bless one another. I'm not running a channel built on making fun of people, pulling others down, clickbait, being rude. We're building something here genuine, and we care about each other. Guys, if you ever have a prayer request, what I'm going to be doing next stream is I'm going to be doing a prayer request thing. So at the end of every stream, you get prayed for. So that sheet's going to go up on the Discord soon. And we're going to be showering each other with confidence, love, care, prayer. This community is about caring about one another. So guys, be looking for that in the Discord. The prayer request will be on there. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for me and this channel. What you guys have already done for, heck, my marriage. You guys literally paid for me and my wife to be able to go out and go get some food. You know, Andrew, I'm going to be very real with you for a second. I was about to go downstairs and eat leftover chicken salad. I can now actually go get a sandwich that I really wanted and really wish I would have had instead. So I will be going to go get myself a nice bacon ranch sub that I really wished I was getting on my way to work. Thank you so much. You guys are getting a bacon ranch sandwich picture from me on the Discord from this. Thank you, Andrew, so much. Thank you so much. Dude, We Are Venom, I'm so proud of that deck. And the fact that we got to see that combo that I had put in there, I was so excited. Like, the Relic of Legends combo was so cool in that list. Thank you so much. I'm getting a cookie with that now. I'm buying a cookie. Thank you so much. God, I'm gonna cry. like I like to say, we will all fail as people trying to do things on our own. Everyone needs community. We won't know each other unless we know others. Like a tuning fork, it needs 2 prongs. And you guys always do this to me at the end of the day. Oh my God. Major. I will send a picture of the receipt. I'm going to tip extra, Major. I'm going to put an extra tip to our server from you. And I'm definitely going to actually order a drink. I never order a drink when I go out to a dinner. They're so expensive. Like, I never get a drink when I go out. Major, I'm definitely getting one. Thank you so much. I feel like I actually get to go out and, like, no stress, enjoy an anniversary dinner with my wife. Ooh, Major. Anyone who's donated, let me know what kind of pictures you want from the night, too. Because I'm just going to take, like, some nice photos of us going out to dinner. But I'll definitely do some funny ones if you want. Oh. You guys are the best. Wacky. 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 Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to pray for you guys too. I'm so excited to do this at the end of every stream. It's amazing to be able to, like, be here for y'all too. Oh, you know what? You know my favorite pictures to send out? I'm gonna send y'all, Wacky, Major, Andrew. I'm also going to be sending y'all post food. That, like, glow and that, like, that food coma. I have some major events coming up I wanted to announce while we're doing this. I have a huge charity stream this October to support the homeless in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live. I'm going to be partnering with a local community center called Heal Charlotte. Very excited for that. So be looking out for that stream as well. But oh my gosh, Andrew, We Are Venom, Major, Wacky Pizza Man, thank you guys so much. You guys are the bomb. CIGP, what's up? Yes. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. Yeah, the Omo deck is awesome. We got to play it. If you go back on the stream, you get to see how it plays. Turn 4, it landed a turn 4 coma with all 3 Urza lands out. It was awesome. You guys are the best. You guys are the bomb. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, this is it for today's stream. You guys have done so much for me. I can't wait to continue to give back. I have so many projects coming out. I'm going to be sending some free merch to patrons as well. I'm ordering my test printings of all the merch. All test printings will be sent out to already existing patrons as a thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, the channel, and as you know, as you should already know, God bless you. Stay safe. Stay thankful. And I look forward to talking to you guys more. We love you guys. Seriously. See you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you for another awesome stream. Thank you, Noritama. Thank you, Memo. Thank you, Wacky Pizza Man, 8-Bit Outcast, Inoko, Major, Andrew, Malacrosis. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, We Are Venom. Bye-bye. See you guys.